Come on, defender. Right. Oh.
Good morning.
Morning, Nivy. Sorry, I didn't see you all at first.
Don't worry. Are you okay, Julie?
Yes, thank you. Are you?
Good, thank you. Morning, everybody. Julie, I've got an update from Tracy that I'll be doing. I know you're just
Yeah.
recording it and just helping with this. No problem. We're done. We'll just give it well, it's only 1 minute to 10, so we'll wait till about 10.
Yeah.
See how many. Morning, everybody who keeps joining.
Morning.
Morning. Well, it's 10 o'clock. We'll give it a minute. I've just got to let everybody know I need to try and finish by about 5 to 11. I've got another meeting that I need to get to by about 11:15, and I have to drive there. If it was online, it'd be much easier. And it was great to see some of the people on the call today. It was great to see at the event on I've forgotten what day it was. Tuesday. That's okay, Rachel. Thank you. Okay. Well, we've got some new names today. What I'm proposing we do, we've got a presentation by Chris, and then as we go around and we do the updates from our different elements of work that we do, it'd be nice just to say who you are, where you're from, for the new people that have joined us, and for the people that already come, then we can just all be clear who's who, where you come from, and how we can all link up. I'm going to start the meeting in a minute. Unfortunately, Tracy's not here to chair the meeting today, so you've got the poor end of the stick here with me chairing, stepping in and chairing for Tracy. But yeah, I'll try and be as organised as Tracy, but I doubt it. Don't hold your breath. So just see how many more people have joined.
Morning, guys.
Good morning. It's a nice sunny day. Is it sunny for everyone? Where you sat? Are you all locked up somewhere?
We've no windows at all in this room I'm sat in, so we can't see the
Oh,
door, but it was nice when I walked in before.
that's good to know, Chris. But I can open my curtains and you can pretend you're looking out the window, but I can't see the screen. Right, I think we should make a start if that's okay. So, good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to Burnley Linked, the monthly meeting that we do the last Thursday of every month. Like I said earlier on, I'm very sorry I'm chairing today. I can only apologise. Tracy's asked me to cover because of something that she's had to go and deal with. And yeah, we've got an agenda, so everybody's had an agenda. Thank you for coming. We'll introduce ourselves as we speak, if that's okay, rather than go around the room, because there's always quite a few of us. It takes a long time, but we'll do that after Chris has done his presentation on your Work Well project. And then I'll give you an update on Health and Wellbeing Partnership. It's never a formal meeting, so we like people to have conversations. Put your hand up, and if you've got questions, please do always ask questions, and then we can go down to the information sharing. But I've got to leave by about 5 to 11 o'clock, if that's okay. And I'm happy for the conversation to continue beyond that. If not, then I have to go. So I'm very, only because I've got another meeting, a big event to do. So, right, well, we'll make a start. So, Chris, I'll pass it over to you, and the floor's all yours.
No problem. Am I all right just to share the leaflet up on the screen as well? Will it let me?
Julie, how are we going to do this? Have we got the leaflet? Have you got access to the leaflet? You might have to send it to Julie.
Oh,
'cause
right, it's
about-
okay. Yeah, it's okay. I'll just talk then. Yeah, not a problem. So I'm Chris Lofthouse, senior employment coach here at Calico on a new project called Work Well. Well, I say it's new. It's been out since November now. And you know, things have been quite steady in terms of referrals, but what we what we want to do is ramp things up and help as many people as possible. So I'll tell you a little bit about it. So Work Well, it's primarily a signposting service designed to support individuals with low-level health conditions. Now, when we say health conditions, it can be a myriad of things. So it could be, you know, somebody's got some kind of stress. They may have some low-level mental health conditions, musculoskeletal, osteoarthritis, them type of conditions. And the service is funded through the Integrated Care Board, ICB, NHS, and aims to help people overcome barriers for them to access employment, wellbeing, and health services. So the service is eligible for people living in Burnley or Padiham. However, we will take referrals outside of that area as well, because there are certain areas within Lancashire that aren't currently delivering the project. Oh, sorry about this. Sorry about that. Every Thursday it goes off. It just happened to go off today when I'm doing this presentation. So apologies for that. Okay, so yeah, we will take referrals outside the area because I know places like Pendle, they don't actually have the project because it is a pilot scheme at the minute. And also Hindburn don't either. But what we can't do, we can't really advertise in them areas, but we won't. As Calico, we'll never turn our back on anybody. If somebody wants support, then we will give them the support. So it's for people that have been unemployed for less than 6 months, and also individuals that are currently off sick from work and need support to return to the role or find a new job. Also, it's open to employees that are experiencing difficulties at the current job and are at risk of going off sick from the job, going off on sick leave. So how can we support? So to understand each individual's needs, we complete what's called a work star, which we go through, and it helps us identify what the customer's barriers are and highlights the support that's required. Based on what they tell us, we then create a tailored action plan with the customer's input, ensuring they receive the right guidance and resources. Other support that we do is we provide CV and employability support to help customers improve the job prospects. We'll do interview techniques with customers, better off calculations. We can also do some health and wellbeing support, so signposting to activities that promote more active lifestyles. What we have done for some people that do want to get a bit more active, we've paid for them to go to Burnley Leisure for 12 weeks, where they'll meet a health coach and they can go and use the facilities for 12 weeks to get a bit more active. Also, within that package, they can get some help when it comes to managing arthritis and things that I think Burnley Leisure, they've got a service that's coming out pretty soon in the pool, like hydrotherapy, that can help people with certain conditions as well. Also, we can fund additional support as well, such as talking therapists, physiotherapy. Our approach is it's not one size fits all, it's very holistic, and we tailor it to what the customer needs and their unique circumstances. And what we do, we ensure that every customer receives the right support to improve their job prospects and the health prospects as well. Does anybody have any questions at all about Workwell? And what I can do, I can send over the leaflet so you've got a bit more information. Now, referrals can be taken by following our link, which I can share with you all. We've also got a leaflet with a QR code on as well. Referrals can also be made through our website as well. Sorry, not through, yeah, it can be made through our website, but also our email address, which is workwell@burnleytogether.org.uk, or people can contact us on 01282 686 510.
Thank you, Chris. Has anybody got any questions for Chris?
Thank you, Chris. Hi, am I okay to ask the question?
Of course, Laura.
Okay, perfect. So I know that you mentioned that you provide funding and support for people to access talking therapies. Is there like a certain number that you provide the funding for, or is it like ongoing until the person's back in work and feeling better?
It would be ongoing. So if somebody came to us and said they want some support with talking therapists, then we'll pay for that. There's no end to the means of supporting people financially. So yeah, we're okay.
That's amazing. Oh, that's great. Thank you so much.
No problem. I think that initially the talking therapies that we're thinking of, it's there's an online package that can be provided by Lancashire Mind first of all, and then we can look at what comes next after that, whether they need to see somebody face to face as well, because there's huge waiting lists at the minute for a lot of mental health services. So hopefully that will just bridge that gap a little bit.
Absolutely. I think accessing to talking therapies in general across the board, the more that we have because of the wait list, the better really. Yeah. So yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, brilliant.
Thank you, Chris. Chris, if you want to send your leaflet electronically over to Lorna, we can get it redistributed to all the members.
Oh,
and you said you put the link in the chat.
Yeah, no problem. I'll do that.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much. Has anybody any questions? Going once, going twice, gone. Okay, so now we can. Tracy's given me a bit of a long update. Now I'll try and skim through as quick as possible about the Burnley Health and Wellbeing Partnership update. There's an else, but I'll just go work my way through this. So updates from Tracy, the LACVS Lancashire and South Cumbria Alliance, the new volunteering and health project linked to the Volunteering for Health and Community Hub is now up and running, and they'll work across Lancashire on developing a process and foundation for NHS volunteers. CVS itself is working with Lancashire County Council Adult Social Care on a transformation fund. They have now had the contract and service level agreement and are awaiting the actual funding. So just keep an eye out for the newsletter for details of the funding in coming weeks. So there might be an opportunity for people to apply for funding if it's relevant to your area of work. So they're interviewing for a new adult social care connector, and who will work alongside the current social prescribing team, taking referrals directly from LCC Adult Social Care. Social prescribing, Eric Wright and UK Shared Prosperity Small Groups funding update. 13 Burnley groups were successful with Eric Wright funding in 2024. 16 Burnley groups were successful with ICB funding, and 18 Burnley groups were successful with UK Shared Prosperity funding. So funding is now all spent. They're awaiting confirmation for the 2025 funding for ICB, and Eric Wright funding will begin again later this year. If you look normally under the CVS bulletin that comes out, they do give you updates, and there'll probably be some sort of a report attached if you're interested in finding out where the money's gone and what activities have been delivered. So Community Cohesion and Resilience Fund, 11 groups were successful in their application for this funding. So it's Burnley Council, CVS and Building Bridges Together. We organised an event on Tuesday the 25th at the Life Church. So whoever came, it was great to see you. And hopefully there'll be more opportunities to do events like this. And there were over 100 people who attended, and it was really well received. But if anybody's got any feedback, comments or suggestions how we can do things different, better, or what was really good, please do email Tracy or myself and let us know, and we'll get it to the relevant organisers. So this year is a big year for the CVS. It's the 90th anniversary. So CVS has been in existence since 1935. So what they're doing in this year, there's a number of events where they're celebrating, supporting small groups and volunteers for the 90 years. So they've got so many events planned and social media campaigns, so keep an eye out for that. And one article's already appeared in the Burnley Express and other websites about the first 15 of BPR CVS. I'm guessing that's 15 years, where and how it all started just after the Battle of Somme. The second article is due next week, so I'm sure CVS will circulate this information. They're also asking partners, groups, funders, volunteers, and those that have supported over the years. So now's your opportunity, if you've ever accessed CVS services, to share your stories, which they'll try and group together for the 90-year celebration, and maybe promote the work, share all the good stuff that's going on in Burnley. So if you want to contribute, please send a comment, video. I don't know why you're going to send a room or some funding. Please, you can offer a room for some of the events. I think that's what she's trying to say. Please contact Tracy Noon at CVS, and I'm sure you'll get her email address. So ongoing training and workshops for groups. So any groups who are impacted by this, they'll continue to deliver the monitoring and evaluation workshops for groups who have been successful in their applications for funding and those who would like a refresher. So more details, the workshops will be held once a month, but for more details you can contact Heather Starkey at CVS. I'm sure we'll get this circulated. So, and then there's a quick update from Sanam Taj, maybe she can't come today, about breast imaging. Breast cancer screening is taking place in Burnley. Eligible women are currently being invited from all GP practices except Thursby, who will be invited in December 2025 to be screened. The mobile unit is at Burnley General Hospital, so if you've got any service users, people that you work with who want to do this, you can get in touch with Sanam. We'll circulate the contact details. So if you know anybody who would benefit from going there or feels like they would like to access the service, and don't be shy because it's for a very good cause, then please do contact Sanam Taj. That's that one done. So anybody, any questions? No? Is there any
Sorry, can I just add something? Sorry, me
of
again.
course, yeah, Laura, carry on.
I just wanted to let you know that the audio is really crackly. I thought it was my headset, so I've taken it off, but it turns out in the chat it's other people as well. So it's really yeah.
Can you hear me now? Sorry, maybe my headphones. Is that a bit
It's
better?
like I can hear you, but it's just like there's just a really prominent crackle in the back. Is that for everyone, by the way, guys? Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe that's because I'm not from Pendle, so I couldn't say I was a crackly witch. I can try to be, but, you know,
I can't hear anything you're saying.
No, Naveed, you're not saying anything, love.
is that okay? Can you hear me now? Is that a bit better? I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. That probably saved you all from having to listen to me. Maybe you shouldn't have said anything. Right. Okay. So, has anybody got any feedback that they want us to take back to the Health and Wellbeing Partnership about any of your services, any issues that you're facing? That as the CVS, they have representatives on there that we can go and feedback. Chris.
Yeah, it might link in with this, but we're having an International Women's Day event next Friday down at downtown from, I think it's 12 while 2. And what we'll be doing, I won't actually be there because we're focusing mainly on, to support women. So 2 of my colleagues will be there. We'll be providing advice. The NHS are going to be there. They're going to be doing like screening on people's livers, to look at like any damage that may have been caused by any drinking or non-drinking. There's a private facility as well for that, but the NHS are coming out to do that. There'll also be tea and coffee available. And just, a chat to get together as well. So just thought I'd let everyone know about that. We will be sending out a leaflet at some point. We're still waiting for that to be created, but once it's done, I'll send it out to you all.
Brilliant. Thanks, Chris. And I do recommend, and I'm a big advocate for downtown. And I think just the facilities, even if you just pop in for your lunch, I think the facilities are great there. Okay. Anybody else, any feedback that you'd like us to take? Any emerging health priorities or issues you want us to feedback? No? Okay. Right, well, now this is where the floor is yours, and we go around the room and people can share what you're doing. Jodie, I hope you're giving us an update about your event, which I couldn't make, and I apologise, but it'd be nice to hear how your celebrations went. Not to put you on the spot, but please do.
You are putting me on the spot, Naveed, but I'm okay with that.
Brilliant. Well, it'd be
yeah.
nice to hear how it went.
Yeah, of course. So Tuesday this week, gosh, I don't know what day I'm on already. Tuesday this week we had the first birthday celebrations for our community focus hub, which is down on Hargreaves Street in Burnley. We had a fantastic turnout. I could not have asked for better. I really couldn't. Loads of people popping in, loads of people asking questions about what we do and how we can support them. And it just opened up more people just finding out who we are and why we're there and what we can support with. So it was brilliant, really well turned out. So yeah, happy birthday us. It's been a year, which is it's flown, absolutely flown. Yeah.
Brilliant. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Hope you saved me some cake.
Oh, there is still some there. If you're about today, I'm down there this afternoon coming for some cake.
I'll try my best. Thank you.
It's
Anybody, Chris, over to you.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask Jodie, can you support people with completing PIP forms?
Oh, very much so. Yeah, very much so. But what I would say, Chris, our waiting list is quite large at the moment. Not massively, but what I would say is because of people coming to us with the deadlines in reference to the PIP and going, oh, I've got this date, it's easier if you're going to refer through to us to just let the advocacy coordinators, which is our triage team, know the exact date of the deadline, or just send the person through and we'll take them through the entire journey. So from application for the form all the way through until obviously the outcome of it too. So yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Is it done face to face?
Yes, we can
Yeah.
do face to face, and we can support either directly in the community down at our hub, or even at people's houses as well if they can't get out and about.
Oh, that's great. Thanks for that.
That's okay.
Brilliant. Thank you. Okay, anybody else want to, anybody who's new to the meeting, if it's your first meeting, do you want to come on and you don't have to put your camera on if you're not comfortable. You can just talk about what you're offering, what you're doing, how we can engage with what you're doing.
I'll talk. So I'm Laura. I'm one of the adult counsellors for Birchall Trust. Birchall Trust helps support survivors of sexual abuse from the ages of 4 and up. We offer a wellbeing service, which is very much like I like to see it as a pre-counselling service. So say, for example, we have a client that comes in that's not had counselling before, or is really dysregulated and really struggling with intense anxiety. They would then start with wellbeing just to get comfortable in the service. Once they've done, they get like 12 sessions of wellbeing. Once they've done those and they feel ready to go into the trauma processing, that's when they will then access the counselling service. We don't have any events on at the moment. However, we have just finished a group, which is called a Moving Forward group. So we do offer those as well, just to help connect people in the community. So when there is one coming up, there should be one coming up in the next couple of months. So we will let everybody know if they've got anyone that would like to, access these groups that are available. But yeah, other than that, if anyone's got any questions, please let me know. You can email me or ask me on here.
Laura, just a quick question sorry, Chris, just a quick question. Have you got a base? Is it in Burnley?
So how we work is we predominantly started down in Lancaster, Cumbria, but we've moved up to East Lancs now. So we cover all East Lancs. I'm mainly in a lot of the family hubs. However, rooms have been a little bit of an issue accessing the rooms, because we try and find rooms in different locations so that clients can access the service. Our wait list is ever growing, so there is a bit of a wait list there now. However, we have just recruited some more wellbeing practitioners and counsellors, so that should be improving. But yeah, all over East Lancs, but we're predominantly in like family hubs, GPs, or wherever we can get a room, really.
Thank you, Chris.
Sorry, Laura, I missed which company you work for.
The Birchall Trust.
The Birchall Trust. Are you able to put your email address just in the chat so I can drop you an email?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we could work together.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we do have a website, but if anybody has any questions about referring clients over, or they need help with assessments to put referrals in, I am more than happy to help with that as well. So I'll send over my email.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you.
And Laura, if you've got any literature or anything that you can circulate, do send it to Lorna, please, and then she can send it to all the group members with your contact details. Yeah, brilliant.
I will do. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. Anybody else? I keep flicking from screen to screen because I can't see everybody in one go. So if you put your hand up, just unmute yourself and holler.
Hi, Naveed. It's
Hiya.
Tammy.
Hello, Tammy. How are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
Good, thank you.
Oh, it was really nice to see you the other day at the event. I'm sorry, guys. I've still not worked out how to put my hand up on this Zoom. I've just got a couple of things to share with you all. I think it actually did go out. We've got our recent New Year 12 courses. I think the leaflet has gone out through Lorna. She sent that out to everyone.
Was it yesterday or day before?
I
she
think
did
it
that
has,
again.
yeah. I was off last week, so I sort of missed when it went out. I know it has, I've seen it. So we're running 12 different courses over February and March. These are for people living in Burnley and who are economically inactive, so currently not in work or looking for work. And they're great courses. We've got first aid ones on there, mental health awareness, safeguarding, health and safety, and we're also doing the ADHD and handling anger in the family. So if anyone would like to share that with anyone who might benefit from them courses, then they can just give us a ring or email in. That would be absolutely great. But I'm pretty sure that has gone out to everyone. And I know last month we shared with you that we've received 4 years national lottery funding for mental health for children and young people in Burnley. And we're just getting ready to launch the annex. So the annex is going to be a safe space where children and young people and their families receive support for their emotional and mental health needs. It's going to be providing low to medium emotional health and wellbeing interventions, and that's for them in the Burnley and surrounding areas. So we have got a launch event that's happening. So it's going to be put out to the community organisations that are working with children. So like your dance clubs, your sports group. So if any of you are aware of any of these groups that are in the Burnley area, I'm going to pop my email address into the chat, and obviously if you can let them know about the annex, and then we can send out an invite to our launch event, which will be happening on Monday the 10th of March, and it's going to be at the Landmark. So I'll pop my email address in there, and as I said, it will go out to as many community groups as we can. But if you know of anyone, you can email in and we'll send the information over. So is what we're hoping from the event is the supporting staff, the group leaders, the volunteers in the Burnley community. We're wanting to break down the barriers facing young people in accessing the mental health support. So the event will help them to develop their knowledge of mental health and showcase how the annex will work with them to support the children and young people's well-being in our community. So yeah, we're really looking forward to that. I'm going to type in my email address, and if anyone has any questions or wants to give me a ring even, or even pop in to see us, that would be great. And that's everything, I think. And our lovely new website. I don't know if you've all had a nice little look at our website. It looks fab, and there's lots of information on there as well.
What's your website address, Tammy?
Let's have a look. I'm going to see if I can get a little bit technical here. I'm going to try and copy it and pop it in. She says, oh, let's have a look. No, I'll type it in. We're just New Era. So New Era Burnley.co.uk, and that's great as well, because anything that we do launch or have going, or any of the courses, will go on to the website as well. So yeah, but guys, you know where we are, and I'm always happy for anyone that wants to come on up, have a look, or have a chat with us. Please get in contact, and love to show you around.
Thank you, Tammy.
All right, guys.
Thank you. John, you've got your hand up.
Yes, thank you. Hello, everyone. Just to share at Christians Against Poverty, we are, as usual, we are hugely busy. We've got a 3-month waiting list for people who are struggling financially or in debt. But what we are doing now, having achieved some funding, we are expanding our debt centre by a new debt coach, which will increase the team, obviously, and the adverts have just gone out to recruit somebody. And secondly, we are also launching a Christians Against Poverty job club with our partnership with the Job Centre in Burnley and in Pendle, Nelson. So that also in the next few weeks, we will have a job club up and running, helping people who are looking for work. And we're able to, we've got a partnership with the DWP, who are very keen that we do this, because we can spend a bit more time with people looking for work and generally supporting and helping them in that process. So they are the two things that are happening at the moment. Thank you.
You're on mute.
Sorry. Thanks, Chris. Is there anybody else, any questions, or anybody else want to talk about the work that they're doing before I launch into the council stuff?
I don't have questions, but I can introduce what we do.
Yes, please.
Yep. Well, my name on there is Stephen Sykes, but I'm not Stephen Sykes. It turns out I'm on his account at the minute. So I work for the East Lancs Chamber of Commerce, specifically Chamber Low Carbon, and we're offering free, I say free, we're offering fully funded carbon reduction plans and carbon footprint reports for all businesses, all industries. Our funding is due to run out at the end of March, and we currently don't know what's happening after that. So if you know of any businesses that need it, anybody in public procurement, send them our way, and we will deal with them before the end of March.
Okay. So, sorry, just remind me of your name. I won't call you Stephen.
Oh yeah, I didn't do that bit, did I?
I was just gonna say.
I'm David Jolliffe.
David, and how can we contact you, David?
I'll put my email address in the chat now.
Yeah,
because it's a
brilliant.
tricky one to spell as well. Not only do I bring the wrong name, I have a difficult one to spell.
You're very welcome, though. That's what makes this meeting fun.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Right. Nazma, you've got your hand up.
Hi, yeah, just a quick one. So I'm from Inclusive North, and I think I've come on here a couple of times talking about a similar thing, but part of a project called PAC, which is a peer action collective working with young people, those who are affected by violence. So I think it might be quite relevant to some of you here. I've got actually one of the young people with me, Zanera. She's one of the young people employed on the project as well. So we do employ young people to deliver research and the social action on the project. So currently in East Lancs, we are Burnley and Pendle. We're looking for young people where we can run the focus group with. So whether the groups are 4 to 7, I'd say is a good number. So if anyone knows of a group of young people, because we kind of want to make sure that Lancashire voices are heard. It's a national project, and it's kind of quite different findings that are coming out from different areas of the country. So in order to make sure that Lancashire voices are heard, we do need to run some focus groups around this area. So if anyone knows of any groups of young people, 14 to 20, 13, 14 to 20, that would be great. I'll stick my email address in there as well, just to see how they're getting on in school, any attendance issues, or outside of school. It's just to get their point of view on life, really. So yeah, I'll stick my email address in there.
Thanks. Nazma, have you got any literature and any information you can share?
I've shared it with Lorna about the focus groups, but I'm happy to pop it into the chat here.
Please keep reminding us all, and I'm very old school, so when things go in the chat, I don't know. It's not something, obviously, by the crackling noise, it's not something I really look at. Sorry, but yeah, but when Lorna circulates it, I do look at stuff. So, but
Yeah.
I'm just talking for myself. You know,
Yeah, no
other
worries.
people probably take that. Yeah, thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Anybody else want to introduce themselves? Okay. Well, a little bit of an update from me from the council. I won't make it councillor. We won't be telling you about your bins or your roads or anything. But what I'll tell you about, and something that we've had a presentation on when we last had a face-to-face meeting, not last one, the one before, we had Roger Frost, who sits on the Acorn Fund. And this is a fund that's, the objective of the charity is to provide for people to benefit the sick and poor. He talked about how they get the funds, how they can donate the funds, and individuals can apply up to £500 for any kind of, it might be some white goods in the house, it might be something to help them, it could be anything. The process, it's called the Acorn Fund. I'll get the link circulated via Lorna for everybody to access if you're working with individuals. It has to be a referral through an agency or an organisation to support the individual. The individual can apply up to 500. I think I said that, repeat myself. So anybody, any voluntary organisations working with the elderly in need of assistance would be considered for applications for facilities, equipment to support them. So it might be necessary for the trustees to arrange a site visit to get further understanding. I know Roger last time when he spoke, he was really keen. They said, even if you think it doesn't fit, come and talk to them. They'll see how they can try and help to make it fit or to try and support people that are in need. So it's managed by the Mayor of Burnley, 3 Burnley Borough representatives and 3 co-opted trustees. So and applications can be made by individually or can be made, well, it says here individually or on behalf of voluntary organisations. So please do, if I send the link out, there's a whole section of it on Burnley Council's website. I'll send a link and then please do look at it if you know of anybody who could actually benefit from the fund. That's it from me, from a council. We have press releases, we have all sorts of things going on. But yeah, we've just had a community event on Tuesday. Today, New Neighbours Together are working on City of Sanctuary to make Burnley a City of Sanctuary place where it's welcoming for refugees and asylum seekers. So yeah, there's lots of really good stuff that's happening. There's an International Women's Day event taking place as we speak over at Danes House Community Centre. And there's probably loads going on today. So if anybody wants to do a shout out, let them know about any event coming up and you've not already mentioned, now's your chance. No? I like meetings like this. So, well, what I'm going to start doing is wrapping up. And this is your last chance for anybody to say anything. Any burning issues? Any questions? No? Well, I'll just remind you then of the next meeting, which is Thursday, the 27th of March at 10 o'clock. And yeah, online. We've not planned another face-to-face meeting yet. And if anybody's got any suggestions for a future face-to-face meeting, please let us know. Venue, somebody wants to host it, you know, we try and do it maybe a couple of times in the year where we all get to actually see people in real life, because I'm 6 foot tall in real life. That's all I want everybody to know. But yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Yep.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a great day and a great rest of the week.
Thank you, Naveed.
Thanks, bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Is that okay, Julie?
Yeah, that was fine. That was lovely.
Well, we're still, if you want to stop recording, I think.
Yep.